Guys, welcome back to the Eset Masters Tournament. Hold on, you can say you did based on the bracket and make HeroMarine scared. Okay, so what we're talking about is this going to be the next match? It's going to be HeroMarine versus KRR, and so Hyun actually didn't show up. So in the bracket, it says that I guess we could do a bracket shot really quick. Let's do a bracket update. We'll look at that really fast here. At the top, KRR 2-0'd Hyun, but Hyun was actually just a no-show, so that's what ended up happening there. Let's see what else we got here. HeroMarine got Protosser 2-0. Ooh. Yeah, and let's see. Tails defeated No Name 2-1. Nice. So Corone taking out Terra 2-0. Oh, this tournament's so exciting. Hope taking out 2-0. Whack. Let's look at some other ones. Stardust. That game's still happening. A lot of TBAs. So, ooh, Goody falling at ACPU. Interesting indeed. Wilco taking out Pink. All right, countdown is done. But there's the bracket so far. Next up is going to be KRR versus HeroMarine, round number 2. Best of 3. The winner advances on to play Corone versus Tails in the round number 3. Another best of 3. These are all best of 3s until the finals, which is a best of 5. As I meander through this bracket as the loading screen gets going. So this is going to be KRR versus HeroMarine. Who did HeroMarine beat? I'm forgetting. Chat, help me out. What? We were watching something. Trivia question. If you answer it right, you get mod. HeroMarine was on the MLGSC2 stream recently, and he beat someone, and my mind is scrambled right now. HeroMarine, who did you beat? It was like a Korean or something. Ooh, I love how they show that. All spawns possible. Very cool. I'm trying to... I see you guys in the chat, by the way. Shout out to you guys. Ragedra, Space Guy. Oh, Space Guy. Of course you know. Thanks, man. Space Guy says select. Yeah, HeroMarine beat select. That's what it was. Space Guy, you are a Space Guy. Flolex, how you doing in the chat there? Ragedra. Ragedra. That's a clever name. Songohan, Matt MK. Yeah, HeroMarine beat select. Thanks, Space Guy. What's up, Inject X? Alright, guys, so here we are on Whirlwind. This is game 1 of a best of 3 in round 1 of this Eset Masters tournament. You're a Protoss player in the bottom right-hand location. Wearing the banner of red, represents alien invasion. His name is Christogenas Borisas, and he's from Lithuania, and he goes by the handle KRR. Okay, I'm having a little bit too much fun with the zoom. In the top right-hand location of Whirlwind, your Terran player wielding the teal colors and the stamp of Marine, or in the stamp of Terran, excuse me. His name makes a little bit of sense. Representing Team Mouse Sports, he's 16 years old. His name is Gabriel Segat, also known as HeroMarine. Now, HeroMarine defeated Select recently. I forgot what tournament. I know he beat, but I forgot the tournament. Remind me later, Space Guy. Yeah, so that is the setting here. We got the 16-year-old from Germany, HeroMarine, versus his opponent, the 23-year-old Lithuanian, KRR. So let's see how they do. Looking at, so PVT on Whirlwind. Should we talk about that a little bit? PVT on Whirlwind. A lot of Protosses like going for that very fast expand build. It's all about getting your tech out as efficiently as possible and defending against Terran shenanigans. SCV, scouting for stuff. What is HeroMarine looking for? Looking for a second gas. Now, KRR didn't want that gas to be stolen, so he had his probe nudged up against it. And the SCV also going to see this Nexus timing. A Reaper coming forward as well. What does KRR have to defend against it? Going straight for the Mothership Core. Oh, need to pull that Mothership Core back. Ah! Gotta pull that back ASAP. Don't want to lose any probes. Pulling back the weakens, guys. The Reaper going to try to track down those low probes. Oh, taking down one. That's a nice pick off. Might take out a second if KRR isn't careful. HeroMarine, such a hero with his micro right now. Being a fancy man. Being a super fancy man. At the National, we got a command center finishing up for him. So, building that Reaper, then going for an expansion right behind it, just trying to be annoying. Getting a probe kill, definitely worth it. Units lost, 1-0. He's going to be happy about that. Already has a 23-20, giving himself a nice little advantage. And, of course, it can be a little bit frustrating for KRR dealing with a Reaper when you only have Mothership Core, so he's getting a Stalker out. Ooh, also go for a very fast Twilight. Wow, what is he up to? What are you up to, KRR? What are you up to? Okay, we'll keep it. It might be Blink. A lot of, well, see, Blink on this map I'm never sure about. It might be Blink, though. You build a lot of Stalkers. You just try to be abusive, and you hit before your opponent has Medivac early, and then you have you have a good amount of map control. Like, Blink in a very fast third, I think, is pretty nifty. Like, getting a third, maybe around when the Twilight Council finishes. I think could be cool. Getting a third and Blink at the same time. I think that might be interesting. Stalker's trying to track down the Reaper. No, you don't want to reveal the Twilight Council. The Twilight Council is going to be seen. Wow, HeroMarine's such a ninja with his Reaper, and he even took a shot. No, what did he take a shot at? I think at a probe. Okay, now does KR change his strategy? Oh, we also saw the Robo. Wow, look at all this knowledge. Knowledge is power. HeroMarine acquiring all the knowledge. Twilight Council is not even being used. And there's Dark Shrine. Also, Robos, this is going to be a War Prism. It's going to be a War Prism. And he's going to drop the DTs. Oh, he's going to build DTs here with a Pylon. And then use the War Prism to pick him up. Very well thought out build here from KRR, but is it going to work? Very well thought out. We got a turret at the natural, so HeroMarine might be thinking, okay, there might be DTs coming in. I'll make sure my front door is secure. But the problem with that is, do you have a turret in your main? Are you prepared for the War Prism shenaniganry right now? No. No turret in the main base. Did he see the Robo, though? He did see the Robo, so when you see the Robo and you see a Twilight Council, it's almost certainly going to be some sort of DT draw play. That's like very, very likely. Okay, I'm a little bit nervous for HeroMarine, but oh, look at this. He has the Marines there. He doesn't need a turret. As long as he makes sure the Warp Prism doesn't drop anything and makes sure the Warp Prism stays away, he doesn't have to worry about a Warp Prism coming or any DTs in his main base. So let's keep an eye on this. Warp Prism coming across. Can HeroMarine scout that out? Sometimes the Terran will send just one Marine out here or one Marine on the Watchtower just to make sure he can see stuff across the map, make sure he's not caught off guard by this stuff. Let's see here. Let's see if HeroMarine can do if the oh, look at this. He's so ready for this. He's so ready. Okay, but can the DTs get dropped? And there he goes. One going to be dropped. Trying to slice away. Scan might happen soon. There's a scan. DT's gone. But a DT being sent to the main. Going to try to run by the bunker, but no. Okay, if he had stayed along the edge here, I think he could have got through, but he went straight through here. Very close, very cool tactics. Warp is going to try to drop another DT. Another scan is going to happen. Because you're kind of forcing your opponent to scan. You're kind of forcing that to happen. That was pretty cool. Another DT warped in. This is, you're keeping your opponent at home. Now I'm wondering, why is there no third base behind this? I think a third base like right now would be super good. But he's just going to wait. Adding on gateways instead, I'm kind of okay with that. Adding on charge, just wants to make sure he's super safe on 2 bases. But I think he could have squeezed in a third here. I mean, he has full base on 2 economy. 21 and 21. It's perfect harvester count. Even adding on more. So, and when you're using these DTs, you're kind of keeping your opponent at home. That's exactly what you're doing, and you're getting him to stress out. But going straight to Templar Archive, so just playing it really super safe. Meanwhile, HeroMarine, what are you up to? What are you up to, my friend? Adding on a third command center, nicely timed. So the Protoss could have seen how many Marines he had. He's just like, all right, I'm gonna stay super safe, not take a third. Make sure I don't die. Didn't shenaniganry. Probe out here, trying to spot when those Marines and Marauders come out. What a cool little build. So instead of going for the third, he's instead going for straight into Templar Tech, which is fine. Right when you start Storm, that's when you can start your third. I think that's a good time to start. Like right out, you start Storm, and then you go, well, I wonder if he'll just do Archons, because he hasn't started Storm yet. That's a lot of gas. He could just make Archons right now. Is that a better decision? Just make 4 High Templar right now and make him into Archons? Because he hasn't started, yeah. Is that what he's going to do? I think that's a good call. Photon overcharge on the Nexus immediately. It's going to happen. Feedback. Oh, it's so smart. You feedback the Metamax, and then you make him into Archons. Great thinking there. Going to make it into an Archon right away. Going to target that down, but the charge lot's coming forward, trying to close the distance. And I don't think HeroMarine can necessarily take this. Nice kiting, though. Being really efficient with his units. A Time Warp could have been nifty to slow those guys down, force the lift off a little bit sooner, but wants to save the energy for the Photon overcharge. KR going to pause the game really quick. That's fine. Now, right here, he has 770 minerals, 187. It's perfect time. Start Storm, take a third. You know this is not going to be threatening. This is done. That attack is done. Now you can start investing into your later game. So a couple options. Okay, that's great. Starting 2-2, or is that +1 armor? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Starting 2-2 right away. Next up, start Storm. Next up, take a third. I think that could be really important. That should be, and make an Observer. Observer's going to be important. Oh, he warped in Zealots. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, more Zealots? I don't think he needed those. I don't think he needed those at all. I guess because that's going to delay his third. I guess it's not a huge deal, but it's going to delay his third, making those Zealots. Unless he gets a really good engagement. Because what HeroMarine can do right now is just back up to his natural. I guess he can just try to deny a third. I guess that works. Let me see the upgrades. Yeah, 1-1 versus 1-1. But the Zealots have charge. A Time Warp here, Force Fields could be good. Like, yeah. Just causing a back up. Forcing a lot of stims, and you're keeping your opponent away. A third should go down behind this. I wouldn't go up here. I wouldn't. Like, right now, as a Protoss, just focus on... Oh, he's dropping in the main. That's cool. That's really cool. I like that. KRR dropping in the main base. Being super fancy. Meanwhile, I wonder, let's see. There's no third. Now, imagine if KRR had kept his units back a bit. Not necessarily sprinted into the natural, but stay out here, get a concave, force your opponent to engage into your army, and potentially deny this third. That's an option. That could have happened. Taking a third behind this. A little bit late, but that's okay. I'm okay. KRR is playing very safe. KRR is playing very safe, which I like to see. What else is he doing? I'm going to look at the Terran now. Now, it's got 3 barracks, 5 barracks, upgrades. He's got those going. Ooh, getting Infernal Pre-Igniter? Oh, he's going in a bunch of Hellbats. That's pretty cool. HeroMarine, why do you continue to be my HeroMarine? Why do you continue to be my HeroMarine? HeroMarine. Okay. So let me think about this. Getting in Hellbats. Hellbats are always awesome, and he's getting the blue flame upgrades for them. So that's gonna. So that could have been your reaction to the mass charge lot play. If your opponent has a lot of charge lots, Hellbats are like super good against that. They'll just kill them straight up. Storm is gonna be good too, but Hellbat Marauder composition instead of Marine. There's not a lot of anti-air here, but you don't really need it. Now KR sees this. I think Immortals would be nice. Archons would be nice. Immortals, Archons, maybe even Blink Stalkers. I might do that. Use the Blink Stalkers to kind of pick at the Hellbats. But then if your opponent masses Marauders, it gets a little bit tricky, so you always have the ability to make a lot of charge lots. Once you get rid of the Hellbats, maybe. Oh, we picked up the Hellbats. This is scary. Now, there's no sentries in this composition, which might actually pay off for him. Because Hellbat drops will just ignore Force Fields. That's the main purpose. Now, he could feedback. If he could feedback these Metamax really quickly. Feedback. Oh, give feedback 1. You got to feedback all of them. A Storm going down. Storming his own guys. Oh, these Hellbats doing so much damage. Storm trying to go into the bio. HeroMarine handling that perfectly. But really decent Storms. Needed to make those High Templars into Archons. But nice play. More High Templar coming forward. I would pull the... Oh... So what you can do, pull the Zealots back, get the Marines and Marauders to come after him, and then on the high ground, your opponent can't see your High Templar on the high ground. So you send that forward, and when the Marines and Marauders are here, you storm. That can be a good way to get those money storms when you want them. But a very close game. Actually, HeroMarine is pretty far ahead after that. Units lost should tell a story. 83-25 to 53-15. Hellbats can be so cost efficient. And now HeroMarine sprinting on into the third base. Here comes Zealots. Storm going down onto the Marines and Marauders. And he pretty much has to hit money storms. Keep your Zealots away from the Hellbats. Archons are good. No, this is all just going to die. More High Templar or Colossi trying to mix in the DTs. That's not going to work out. And this is going to be the end of KRR. Taken down. Trying to go for a drop in the third. So, all of his stuff was just a bit later. I think that's kind of what I've gathered from this game. All of his stuff is just a bit later. Remember, his Nexus was delayed. He did that attack into the natural. But HeroMarine, I love the incorporation of Hellbats into his composition. Oh, SCV is trying to kill DTs. Wow, those are annoying. Right before the scan goes away. Yeah, this is going to be the end. Let me think here. Hellbats are so supply efficient. Just massing those can be a great decision. Some final storms. Now, the reason KRR isn't leaving is because all this stuff looks beatable. KRR doesn't necessarily know about this. KRR doesn't know about this army necessarily. Of course, in the back of his mind, he might know. Yeah, there's GG, so he does know. He might have just seen it, but there's the victory screen for HeroMarine. Very nicely played. He's going to take the 1-0 advantage in this best of 3. Pretty darn cool game there, I thought, at least. Hopefully you guys thought that was cool too. I love the incorporation of Hellbats there. I love the DT stuff in the beginning there from KR. I think it can work, but I feel like when you go for those DTs, you gotta have that late game. Like, he went to a High Templar, which is fine, but the third just felt a little bit late to me. And then HeroMarine was able to get on 3 bases and just have things his own way. Some comments from the chat. Rejedra says, KR has to try and flank. No way he beats his head on. Very good suggestion there, Rejedra. Very good suggestion. Inject saying, you can tell he's panicking with those storms. Yeah, it's one of those things where with those storms, it's like they have to work because he was so far behind. You have to be so cost efficient with those storms to come back into the game. Maybe KR should go for cheese in Game 2 to gain some confidence. Maybe Ragedraw. We will see, and we're going to find out, guys. Game 2 between HeroMarine and KRR coming up after a quick break.